Good evening. This is the market update for buy sell short for Tuesday, June 26th. More of the same in this ping pong market. Back and forth we go. One day it's great news. Next day they spin it the other way and up and down we go. And the problem with a market like this, even though we continue to trend higher, is all the work we do to put in a very nice rally, they wipe it out in a couple of hours with a market sell-off. Yesterday, we had a nice, 200-point drop, and the reason being, who the hell knows? I mean, there was news that Germany told Greece to, slap itself and cop on, and that probably is the excuse they used to drive us down yesterday. Of course, there was no mention of that today, and we were able to bounce back about 80 points before the late day sell-off. But it's just more of the same. The big problem with this market right now is we have fantastic chart setups, but what happens is a lot of times, just when a lot of these stocks are getting ready to break out, we get some sort of macro news that slams the overall market down and scares away the momentum that it takes a few days to build. Here we are yet again embarking on another build up the momentum move in the market, especially in the small cap stock. Hopefully we don't get blindsided again by another one of these all too common 150, 200 point drops. Looking at the Dow 15-minute chart, you can see we were finally able to break out of that bullish falling wedge on the 15-minute chart and are still consolidating really where we were 2 weeks ago. So when you look at it that way, things aren't as bad as the media is painting it. Looking at the Dow daily chart. Now, I didn't adjust the chart just to give you an idea. On Friday, we had that very nice bounce back through the 20-day exponential, setting up a potentially good week. And then yesterday, what did they do? They pulled the rug out and sent us down on much lower volume than we've seen recently. Then again today, we possibly have another possible bottom action. The line we're going to be really paying attention to is that 200-day moving average just below a 12,363. I'd really like that we don't even come near it, that this is the bottom right now, but that is the level we're going to have to keep an eye on here. Stochastics have retraced back to the 50 level, and when you're in an uptrending stock or market, retraces back to the 50 on stochastics tends to offer some level of support. So let's see if that comes into the market over the next couple of days. Of course, we had the Russell rebouncing on Friday and then finishing up yesterday just to throw us another curveball, and that was able to knock the Russell 2K back to the 200-day moving average. We're starting to see a lot of those Russell stocks that had fund dumps over the last couple of days start to put in bottoming action. So that might be a possible theme / trend over the next few days. Those stocks that were hammered recently on the Russell rebalance starting to get some momentum and bounces back, because most times if there's no bad news in that stock and the only reason it's down is because of a Russell rebalance, they tend to get bounces, especially if the downside move is a little bit exaggerated, like we're talking 5, 10, 15% drops. As for stocks, let's start off with this little gem here, TELK. What can I say? Low float stock that we got into. Very, very nice chart setup yesterday. Excellent bounce today. We got a break up. We touched the 20-day. We'll almost touch the 20-day exponential. And then whoosh, they pulled the rug. It almost seems like shorts came in. We ended up doing 1.4 million shares on a stock that only has 1.4 million shares outstanding. And going into the last 15 minutes, they decimated this stock. And, I broke one of my rules here. I mean, I don't know what to say. I fucked this trade up as the only way I can put it, excuse my French. But looking for a bounce back on this one, and I'm going to be a stubborn son of a bitch when it comes to this stock right now, only because the bullshit we saw in this stock today, no news after hours. You had a lot of chatter going around. Oh, these guys are going to issue financing, blah, blah, blah. You had shorts pile in. No news. No news tomorrow. We'll probably see this one all the way back up here at 273 again. Mega low float stock. Massively manipulated, it seems. A lot of shorts got sucked into this one. fingers crossed that we get some really good news tomorrow to squeeze these sons of bitches and make them squeak. We did our squeaking today. Their turn tomorrow. And, you know, this is going to be a stock. I'll probably do an update video on it the weekend. Let's see how it plays out over the next couple of days. DCTH. This formation you see right here is what they refer to as an ascending triangle. It's pretty much two little mini triangles with a support and a top, and as you can see, finds resistance, goes back down, finds resistance, goes back down. The third triangle, which is what is forming right now, this is the breakout triangle, and this is what makes this one of my most favored technical setups going back over the last 12 years. I love setups like this. The breakout here is 160, 162. 20-day is at 160. The measurement on a breakout like this is the height of the triangle. So we're looking at 22 cents added to the breakout gives us a move to 180 plus. But typically the third triangle tends to be a very big triangle. This stock, as you can see, this big walk down it had in May, then it bounced back. They did financing right here. These were the finance crooks getting the early heads up. Big bounce so that they could do the financing and then splat. And actually, while I'm on that point, if indeed TELK is going to do financing, I sure as hell would believe that they're going to pump out some sort of PR or some sort of way to jam this stock back up if they are going to do that. Just a side note on that. Anyway, as for DCTH, stock was trading up here. They did financing at $1.50. As usual, screwing over the shareholders, but that's just typical in a market like this. But anyway, chart setup looks fantastic here right now. We entered this one a little bit early in the chat room yesterday, and the only reason being is I like this setup. I don't mind being a little bit early on it. The real ad is this is a break of 160. Stochastics look really, really good. You can see the accumulation on the stock. The financing crooks have gotten cheap shares. Time for them to put on a nice big run so that they can get a nice fat move. This was them covering over the last couple of days the shorts that they did back here. Now they're going to gun it so they can sell the shares they picked up for $1.50. This should be a nice little play over the next couple of days. ATHX. Biotech stocks have actually been doing very, very well recently. ATX or XHX has a nice symmetrical triangle right here. 148 is the breakout on it. 150 tomorrow should set it free, and this one could have a really quick move up to that 200-day moving average at 165. Very strong support. 140, which is where I would place stops. ADX is very strong. Stochastics look great. This could be a very nice mover tomorrow, so keep a really close eye on this one. OCLR. We got our breakout today at $3, although they did paint this one into the close. Close it at $2.95, but this chart is setting up very, very nicely. Very nice accumulation on this one over the last week. Stochastic still has some upside move. You can see the upward trend and on-balance volume showing they're getting back into this stock in a big way. And OPXT, the other way to play this one that we are riding a position on, looks great. 140, here we come. And 140 there equals 350, here we come. First target, 315. That's spike high we got a week ago. Look for continuation on this one tomorrow with strong support at the 280 level. AVII, this is one of these stocks, decent sized sell-off on the Russell rebalance Friday and yesterday. Starting to do its rebound today. Breakout is 70 cents. I'm still looking for a move to the 50-day. 74 to 90 is the target I'm looking for, and this one deeply oversold, and the funds that wanted to sell have sold. GAIL, quick mention, you know, the strength I mentioned in biotech stocks. We jumped into this one yesterday, $1.63. We held it overnight, and we got a fat little gapper on this one. Traded as high as $1.86. 15% move so far. If you're still playing this stock, stops at $1.66 is what we're looking at. You could possibly do $1.60 to $1.63. Target on this one, if the run continues over the medium term, would be a move to $2.20 is what you're looking for on this stock. Quick mention on APPY, another low float stock, did the reverse split, consolidating here just like ALXA did last week. Looks like the break is 202. We'll probably set this one free. 20-day exponential is at 268. Another low floater, TNGN micro float cancer plays. Also looks like it is potentially putting in its reverse split bottom. This one has some serious, this one could see $5 easily on any sort of news or volume push. So another one to keep a really close eye on. Stochastics down there in the basement where we like to see them. So we've got some very nice chart setups here right now going into the next couple of days. Hopefully Europe does not sink into the friggin' sea again, or we get some other sort of bullshit. But tomorrow, if we do have an update tomorrow, we need to be cautious into Thursday because the idiots / Europeans are holding another one of their numerous crisis conference summit bullshit things on Thursday that absolutely nothing will be resolved, nothing will be done, but it will give ample opportunity for the business media to pump out positive and negative biases to slingshot the market back and forth. So just keep that in mind when you see the market pop 100 points out of the blue or drop 100 points out of the blue. That's probably the underlying story there. So that's it for the update. If you've got any questions, shoot me an email, feedback@buysellshort.com or .net, and I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.